Specialist James Saltzman, United States Army. What inspired you to join the U.S. military?
My grandfather was a Battle of the Bulge World War II vet. He was in the infantry. And it really drove it home September 11th. That just really totally pissed me off, so needed some payback. That's pretty much it right there.
What made you choose the medical field?
Actually, lack of choices. When I came into the Army, they wanted me to either be like a truck driver or this or that. I really wanted to be a Russian linguist. I've been to Russia as an exchange student. So, darn it. So then they said, well, we got a truck driver, you can be a paper pusher.
Over. Not the whole thing, just that part.
Okay, why like being a medic?
Yeah.
Being a medic? Okay. Well, I like being a medic because, like I said, you're an E3 or an E4, but you have a responsibility for a whole platoon. You're advising majors, colonels, and sergeant majors, and all this other stuff. Platoon sergeant, hey Doc, what do you think? Yeah, give them an answer on something. Doc, it's your call. Do you think we should evac her? Yes, I think we should. So, you get a huge responsibility being a medic. Plus, your grunt's lucky too if you treat them right and work on them good. And, they respect you. They'll do just about anything for you.
Does being a combat medic affect you personally in a good or a bad way?
Oh yeah. It's kind of. This question would be better for my wife. We'll be sitting there watching an ER or some shit like that. And, that's not true. That's BS. Oh, come on, that's crap. We know that. So, but yeah, it affects me positively because in the civilian world I've helped tons of people. Injuries, traumas, illness. One of the bad things though is like, especially from the war and stuff, you remember the things, you remember, you sit there and kind of think about it, like all the traumas you went over, and the people you saw dead, or the people you had to work on that didn't quite make it. But on the same respect, though, when I had a soldier, give me some.
In the same respect as well.
In the same respect, when I had a soldier's mom who thanked me for I helped save her son from an IED blast, that was a great feeling. Even though she couldn't speak hardly any English, it was still, a really good feeling. It made it all worth it. Would I do it again for him? Yeah, sure I would.
Now that you're no longer active Army and you're in the reserve and back on the home front, how did your whole experience with being over there affect how you work and live now?
Well, luckily for me, I work at a gun factory where there's tons of other military people, ex-military, people there. Because I sometimes have a short fuse with people on things like, hey, this needs to get done now, and they kind of lackadaisical attitude. I dig into them about it. But on a happier note, it made me a more confident person. People, I think, look to me more to have the right answers, to help them with things. Even in situations where it's like, what do we do? Even if I don't know what I do, scared myself, I try not to let them see that and have a lack of confidence. So
you repeat this the last time.
So, like I said, even if I don't know what I'm doing or I'm scared myself, believe me, you are. And as long as you show strength and support, those people, they can feed off of that. Stay calm. But if you go into a situation, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Then you're just gonna fuel to the fire there.
How many times have you been deployed to combat?
Twice.
Twice?
Yes, the invasion of Iraq, and then OI, which was OIF-1. I didn't even know it was called OIF. And then OIF-3, which was from January of 05 to, I don't know, I spent like 10 minutes in 06 on my last base. So, yeah, January of 05 to January of 06.
What were your initial thoughts?
Well, when I found out I first getting deployed, I heard it from a dentist who was checking me in when I went to my first duty station, my only duty station at Fort Benning. He looked at my order, he goes, 3rd of the 3rd Brigade of the 3rd Infantry, huh? Yeah, good luck, you're getting deployed. Well, I was really scared because I didn't know who my platoon was, who the guys I was going to go with. At the same time, I was pretty excited too, I guess you could say, like a nervous excited, because, well, now I get to put everything I've learned to the test. Anxious. You want to see what kind of soldier you want to see what you can do under fire. That's what you wanted to see and what you wanted to do. What every soldier gets ready to do. Combat.
What was you and your unit's job over there?
Which time?
Both, I guess.
Okay, the first time was the initial invasion from Kuwait. We were supposed to go from the east. We were supposed to come in, if you looked at a map, the way it was supposed to work, the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force was going to go left, we were going to go right, and the 4th ID was supposed to come in from the south, or from north, from Turkey, and all just meet up at Baghdad and beat the snot out of them. Unfortunately, Turkey didn't let the 4th ID in, so the first time was major ground combat operations and to defeat the regime of Saddam Hussein. The second time around was to continue patrol operations and to secure the area that we were in and transition all it over to the Iraqi government, to the Iraqi military, to the Iraqi police forces, so that we could slowly. The unit I was in was the 1st Battalion, 15th Infantry of the 3rd Brigade of the 3rd Infantry. It's a pretty famous unit. Audie Murphy himself was in Baker Company, 1st and 15th. Oh yeah, that's why we till this day is still able in Baker Company from World War II. It's a unit filled with history, and the division itself is a pretty well-known division. Many battles, many conflicts, Korea and World War II. So I was in the headquarters company of the medic platoon. Both times. That's who I was with both times. The missions were different each time. There was night and day between the two. So here you are.
Yeah.
All right, I hope that helps you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.